everyone, welcome back to Taji's World of Books and welcome to another book recommendation video. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I thought I would go ahead and give you a book recommendation video. I had this one already planned, but I just got off track because I read something else and I was like, you know what, I got to give people something else because I got to talk about it. So anyway, so I did that, and so then I'm like, well, let me just go ahead and go with what I planned. So this is a book recommendation video, and I thought what I would do is to talk about my book boyfriends. The ones that we all love, that we read about, that you're just like, oh my God, if you existed in real life, I would be like, I don't know, I'd just be all over you and then some, and I would love it. All right, so I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, all right, let me say this. Every dude in this book is an alpha dude. Alpha, like I love me some alpha assholes. Alpha heroes, but they're assholes to everybody else, but they're just yummy. And so let me not say they're in no particular order at all. I'm just gonna go through that. I'll go ahead and put the books over here. I'm gonna talk briefly about them, but I'm also gonna say what I loved about them and what I loved about why I love them so much. So number one is Rowan Whitethorne from the Throne of Glass series. And I'm gonna say I love Rowan so much because this was one of the first fantasy romance books that I had read in my adult life, because I loved reading as a child. I stepped away from reading and really got back into it. And when I got to, a Throne of Glass series, and I got to Rowan's book where Rowan was introduced, I was like, oh my God, I am loving him. He's like Fae, he's dominant, he's alpha. And I love that it was where he says, if it was death separating us, I would find you. Who would not want to be with a dude who's like, I'm gonna cross the oceans of death? And guess what? He crosses oceans upon oceans looking for her. And I love it because he's like, I don't care how many rules it would break. Even if I had to get all 3 keys myself and open the gate, I will find you always. So he just, for me, when I read that and I heard about him and I read what he did for Aelin, I'm just like, oh my God. I think I keep going back to Rowan as the quintessential book boyfriend. He's amazing on so many levels. And I love that there was a part in one of the books where Aelin is thinking about something that happens between them. And she's like, and he's like, what are you thinking about? And I was just like, oh my God, I thought I would die. Anyway, so I absolutely love Rowan. So then the next, and I think I read all of these couple of books really close to one another. So then I read the All Souls trilogy, and I read The Discovery of Witches, and oh my God, Matthew Clairmont. Matthew Clairmont, this is supposed to be, it's a forbidden romance. It's a age gap because he's century-old vampire. She's a witch. He's a vampire. You're not supposed to get together. And I'm just, he is just in so many ways. Who doesn't love the scene where he kisses the inside of her wrist? How intimate is, I would have never thought that kissing the inside of your wrist would be intimate, but he took that to a whole nother level. So let me go ahead and say, he says, my life now has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Everything before was a preamble now that I have you. One day you will be gone and my life will be over. I was just like, nope, I gotta have him. I love Matthew, and I love how protective he is of her. I love how he gives her space and room to grow. I love the development. I can't say that I love any one of those books more than the other. I love The Discovery of the Witches for the development of the relationship. I loved the second book, because, what was it called? All Souls? What was it called? I can't remember the name of the second book. I love the second book because of them jumping time and discovering a whole new component of Matthew and his relationship with her and his supporting her and her fighting him and saying, you gotta give me my independence. And I love the Tree of Life in the last book. I loved it. I'm gonna put them all here. I loved Matthew because he is just everything and then some. So my third book boyfriend on here is Zsadist. Zsadist from the Dagger Brotherhood, because who doesn't love Zsadist? This is a story of warrior vampires that are set to protect the vampire races. They operate within the realm, outside the realm of normal humanity. We don't know that they exist. We're not supposed to know that they exist, but Zsadist is a broken, tortured character who, he says it, I was dead until I found you. Right? I was dead until I found you, and then you breathed life into me. So, like, and the arc that he has to go through to get there. And I loved in Zsadist and Bella's book where they think, you know, that he is like twisted in the head and they think is something wrong with him, and they're trying to keep her from him. And I love that when his brother finds her and she's in bed, like she's made her, even though he separated them, he finds her and she's there with him. And Fury's like, okay, well, I guess this is what it is. I just loved Zsadist so much because your heart bleeds for everything that he went through, and you want him to be successful, and you want the relationship to work out. And it just, oh man. And then, you know, the fact that like you find out that she's like in her needing time, and he's just like, oh, come on. But he's like, nope, nobody else is, nope, I got it covered. And I love Zsadist. I think everybody else loves Zsadist so much as well. So my number 4 book, and this is, it might come out of nowhere, but I was surprised because I talk about After and Harden all the time, but Harden is not on this list. However, Thoughtless from S.C. Stevens and Kellen Kyle. I really love Kellen Kyle because what does they say about Kellen? Kellen needs his guitar, some clean sheets of paper. Growing up in a house that was far, far from home, he had hard lessons to learn that you're worthless. So I love these broken characters that discover who they are, fight through all odds, and become who they were intended to be, but they do that with their mate or with their person, their significant other. So this is a rock star romance. I'll go ahead and link over here the video that I did for Thoughtless. I absolutely, hands down, love the Thoughtless novels. I love every single one of them. I love all the bandmates. I love, it just is amazing. And Kellen is just perfect. He's amazing in so many ways. And if you don't know about Kellen Kyle and you haven't read S.C. Stevens, she knows what readers want. She's going to deliver it to you in spades and then some. And you're going to walk away just like, oh, I'm just in love. Okay. Number 5, I'll put it here, is the Black Obsidian novels. And this is a billionaire romance story. It's about, if you can't help but fall for Cal, and Calloway is his name, but we call him Cal. As much as you know, he is dark and a bad boy at heart. He tries to be what Rowan needs because he can't see himself with any other woman but her. Like, how can you not love that? Right? Like, so he is into BDSM. He is into some dark, heavy stuff. He knows what he wants. And Rowan is like, Rome is like, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I'm not into that. And he is like, all right, I can give it up for you. And so like finding their balance and getting there. For me, in all the books that we read, in all the far-fetched situations, I feel like this is the most realistic type of dynamic, which is I'm going to compromise and find a medium that's going to work for both of us because I know it's what we need to do. And guess what? I love you so much that I'm not willing to compromise, I'm not willing to let you go, so I will compromise and do what you need to do. And sometimes it's you give a little and sometimes I give a little, and we find that balance in the Black Obsidian novels, and so I absolutely love it. Okay, so number 6. Nobody's going to be surprised. Gabriel's Inferno. Man, Professor Gabriel Emerson. How can I not love Gabriel Emerson? He's an alpha. He is controlling. He is an asshole at times, but he is passionate and they're all these dudes are like, he is into BDSM. He wants to dominate and control. He's got addictions that he has to get over. I love that Julia like helps him get there. He's got a dark past. He's consumed by this, profound belief that like he's lost all hope of redemption. I love the parallel between, the Gabriel's Inferno and Dante. And it's just, it gives me everything. It's an adult novel, so it's got the passion and the steam, but it's got the angst of YA. Like, it just is there for me in a lot of ways. And so if you haven't read it, you better do it. I'm telling you. Okay, so then my number 7 is this man, Jesse. I don't care. I love Jesse's OCD. I love Jesse's dominant ways. I love how he loves Ava. He's devastatingly handsome. He's charming. He's confident. He's also conceited and hedonistic. Aren't most alphas? Yes, they are. And so that's what I love about them. He's a playboy and he's got no boundaries. He owns a sex club and he likes kink. Okay, I'm not mad at him for that. And she is desperately attracted to him, and every instinct tells her to run. Everything tells her that Jesse Ward is not what she needs, but Jesse Ward is not willing to let her go. So as is the case with most alphas, they know what they want. They're going to go after you. They're going to pursue you. They're going to smother you. They're going to be beautiful in so many ways. And then you've got the angst of the push and pull of coming to that dynamic and finding that balance before you settle upon your HEA. And Ava and Jesse are no different. And I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then some. All right. I got to get my MC going. King, T.M. Frazier, love me some King. He is a career freaking criminal. He just got released from prison. They're throwing him this party, and in rolls this chick, like, she didn't know who she is, she doesn't know where she came from, and the angst ensues from there, but like, he doesn't recognize it at first, but he is not letting her go, and so he's not somebody that you want to cross. And if you do, you're going to pay in blood, sweat, and tears. And he thinks that she crossed him, and so he's going to make her pay. But at the same time, he is going to protect her. You can't put the books down. You all the way through. I even love me some Preppy. I love Bear. They are all alphas because they're MC dudes, right? And I love the dynamic that ensues between all of them. And I love the angst, and I love the characters, and I love their dynamics. And it's just amazing. And I want to just eat them all up because they're all so amazing. Okay, but King definitely steals the show because he's like alpha, alpha, alpha. You don't mess with King. Like, don't. You're going to get it handed to you if you do. Okay, so this one is just, my next one is, man, this is Asher from Asher and Embers. This is Carian Cole. And I love that Asher is the quintessential husband. He stands by Ember's side. He fell in love with her. And they're soulmates when they were like 15 years old. So Asher Valentine, he's a rock star. He has every opportunity to do what he needs to do and hang out and go do his thing, and he just never does because he is by Ember's side through thick and thin, and he is going to stand with her because something tragic happens, and as a result of that tragedy, he's just like, yep, till death do us part, I'm here. And Asher is all the way there, and you got to get through several of the books to get to Asher's story, but when you get to Asher's story, you're like, I am all in and then some. And I love, who wouldn't want to be married to somebody who is going to commit to you through thick and thin, no matter what? They're going to stand there, and it's just amazing and wonderful, and Asher is like, I love it. And so number 10, I'm gonna do number 10 and then I'm gonna do number 11 because I just can't help it. So number 10 is Anna Zarias's Twist to Me series, Julian. Julian is sick. He's a bastard. He sees this chick. She's 18 years old. She just has her 18th birthday. He bumps into her at a club and he's just like, oh, and it's like taken by her. And decides to start stalking her. And so he stalks her, and then one night he's just like, nope, I'm taking her. I'm taking her because she's out on a date with somebody, and he's like, not happening. And he just takes her. And as a result of him taking her, it ensues from there. But the more that you see the dynamic between Julian and what's her name? I don't remember her name. I don't remember. Between Julian and I don't remember. Between the two of them, it is just, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's slow burn. It's forced proximity. It's captor-captive. It's all of those things. You got to check it out. It's absolutely amazing. If you love alpha dude, you're in Julian. He's into BDSM. He's into no joke BDSM. It is that and then some and more. Love it. Okay. And then the last one that I had to put on the list, and again, like I said, it's in no particular order. Sam Mariano's Carter Mahoney. Carter Mahoney! Oh my God, Carter! I have gushed and gushed and gushed. I'll put it over here so you can see if you haven't read about Carter Mahoney. Carter Mahoney is, whew, he is everything and then some, and a bag of chips. He likes it dark. He likes it twisted. He's going to push you. He's going to stretch you. He's going to take you to your boundaries. He's going to be rough. He's going to be aggressive. And he is going to be sweet. And he's going to be tender. And he's going to be everything and then some. And you're going to love him in the same way that I love him. And if you don't, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He is just, oh God, Carter. Whew. Whew. I love it. It is a dark, bully high school romance. It is, Untouchable is the book, and it is heavy, 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 but it is amazing in so many ways, and it's about stretching and growth and development and becoming who you were intended to be, but trusting and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to be honest and sincere, and it's just that and all of that and more. So you guys, that is all that I have for today. Those are my book boyfriends. Tell me who your book boyfriends are. Do you like these guys? Do you like alpha guys? What do you like about alpha heroes? Tell me that and then some in the comments below. So that is all I have for today. You guys know that I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!